see you. First Monday in October.
Yeah.
Getting the recording going. So you all should be getting that message here in just a moment, and then we will be ready to go. Perfect. Hello, hello. We still have some people joining, so give us just a moment to get everyone into the room. I invite you to get settled in. Grab yourself some water. So good to see you, my friend. Are you back home? You know who I'm talking to. Nope, not yet. Okay. Cool. Man, an extended vacation. Well, not all vacation, but fun. All right. Hi, hello. I'm Valorie Lewis. I'm a psychic medium, also a tarot and oracle card reader, and this is Magical Monday Manifestations, very intentionally named because I believe that we all have the ability to create and manifest our own life. And sometimes we just need a little help in figuring out how to do that. So we tap into spirit, universal wisdom, inner knowledge, guidance, spirit guides, any and everything that has our highest and best interests at heart and who can give us any type of guidance, support, clarity on our journey forward are the energies that I tap into for today's reading. And so I invite you all to get settled in, to think about what kind of what kind of messages you would like to receive, what kind of things are present for you in your life. Do you have any questions? Are you looking for support, advice, guidance, entertainment? Sit for just a moment, offering that up, or even offering that within, if you're looking within for inner guidance, wherever that is, it is outside of yourself or within yourself that you look for that guidance. Go ahead and ask those questions, ask for that guidance, ask for that support, send that out to the universe, knowing that it will be received and knowing that the energies present today will be what I will be pulling cards for. So you will receive the answers you're looking for if you're open and ready to receive them. And so speaking of receiving, let's move into the receiving mode. Let's say to the universe, God, spirit, whatever, I am ready to receive. I'm listening. I'm open. Give it to me. Lay it on me. However you want to phrase that. But here's the thing, we can't ask and receive at the same time. And that's what many of us get caught up on is we keep asking and we look and we don't see it. And we ask again and we look and we don't see it. And we ask again. And guess what? We can stay in that asking mode for years. And it's not until we drop the asking and we move into the receiving that we can actually get what the hell we've been asking for. So we're going to do tarot cards first, get guidance from the tarot cards. We're going to move into oracle cards, pull some oracle cards, and also allow spirit to weave its messages in wherever it sees fit. After we do that, I should have some time to do some one-card pulls for individuals. Just a few select members, always spirit chosen, will receive one-card pulls for a little additional guidance, and then we'll wrap up today's session with an energy activation. I never know what that energy activation is until I know what the messages for the week are going to be. So I'll let you know as soon as I know. First thing up, let's talk about just making sure everybody wave hi to Jacqueline. She's working hard today. We've got a full room. Jacqueline is my co-moderator. She's keeping an eye on the room for me. Jacqueline, you doing okay? And we got a lot of people. Okay, good deal. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's talk about the deck I'm reading from. It's October. Some of y'all know I love October. I love October for Halloween. I love October for Samhain. I love October because the veil is thinner. I like October because it's fall and things are supposed to start cooling down in Kansas City. Although the weather over the weekend was 80s and 90s, and I was like, what the fuck? It's October. But here we are. I do love fall. The deck I'm reading from, let me get to my point. I started that sentence 5 years ago. I'm going to finish it, y'all. I'm going to finish it. Give my neural spicy brain a minute. The deck I'm reading from is the deck I often only read from during October. It's called Ghost and Spirit Tarot. Give us a little witchy ghost theme for October. The thing I like about this deck is each one of the 78 tarot cards or archetypes, themes, has a specific ghost or spirit assigned to it. And so this deck has helped me also learn about some popular ghosts and spirits. Like the Headless Horseman is in here. I forget what his actual name is. Baba Yaya is in here, I think. So a lot of popular ghosts and spirits. Let's see, Spirit, what do we need to know about this week ahead? How many cards do we need? Is this complete? That feels complete. We have 4 cards from this deck. I'm turning them over now to see what our messages are for the week. Holy shit. 3 major arcana, only 1 lower arcana. Major arcana means these themes, these archetypes, these messages are going to affect all areas of our life. Another way to look at major arcana is let's step back. Sometimes we get so lost in the forest that we can't see the trees or whatever that saying is. Let's step back, get an eagle-eyed view at whatever's going on in our life, some themes. Let's get that broader perspective. And that's why we have so many major arcana. Minor arcana is usually what's going on in the here and now. So I think what this reading is going to tell us, because it starts out with the sole minor arcana, is what we start this pull out with. So I think Spirit is like, this is the area, this is what's coming up for you. And then the 3 major arcana is, and here's how to deal with it. So what's coming up for the collective? Fucking love this card. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is the queen I most strongly identify with because she is fire energy. She's Wands energy, and I'm Sagittarius, so I strongly identify with the element of fire. She's also inspiration. She's also creativity. Anybody else identifies strongly with the suit of Wands. So the Queen of Wands would be the divine feminine. The receiving, we just talked about, maybe stop asking so much and move into the receiving mode. So we're starting this week out with Spirit saying, I need you in your divine feminine. I need you in your receiving. I need you in your allowing. Receiving and allowing what? That's what we look at the wands for. Fire energy, inspiration, creativity, personal power, allowing ourselves to be directed by our passions. So listening to our heart. All of these things can be associated with the Queen of Wands. Good place to start for the week, if I do say so myself. First Monday of the month. I'm going to go to the book and see what this particular ghost is to see if we can get some additional information. Queen of Wands. Let me show you the picture again because she does not look scary. And I love that she's under that moon. White ladies. The name of the ghost or spirit is White Ladies. These lovely diaphanous ghosts dance near moonlight ravines, bridges, or other narrow passageways. If the passerby acted kindly, he would be treated well. But if he was rude, he risked punishment. White ladies could be helpful to travelers, women in childbirth, and minors. The transparency of the dress suggests a deeper connection with the non-material world. The presence of all the elements, water, because they're near a body of water, earth, because they stand on earth, air, and fire, indicates the limitless possibilities. The divinatory meaning of the Queen of Wands, be open to the female influences in your midst. Social opportunities may present themselves to you. Be open to the female influences in your midst. It did not say be open to the females. Female influences, when we think of it from Spirit's point of view, means divine feminine influences. Those do not mean that only the women in our society can bring forth a female influence. Many men who are in tune with their divine feminine, who have that balance in them, this is saying this is a time to lean into your listening. This is a time for all of us to lean into our inspiration, our passions, what lights us up. Where does that fire energy reside within us? And can we be open to it, receptive to it, listen to it? It also says social opportunities may present themselves to you. So think twice before you say no to that dinner invitation. Think twice before you say yes to holiday with the relatives, because maybe another social opportunity that might be more to your liking could pop up for you. So just be on the lookout for that. Starting the week out with Queen of Wands. Spirit, is there anything else you want us to know about this particular card and why we got this card first? Listen, listen, listen is the phrase that came through. Just as simple as that. So whatever you all do to spiritually listen, and that dial up even more as you start your week out. Okay. Just a second here. Okay, now we're moving into the 3 major arcana. And I want to listen to the overall message of having all these 3 cards together before I get into the individual messages. Perfect message for Manifestation Monday. This is definitely the overall message is, it feels like we've been asking for some, I hesitate to call it big because from Spirit's perspective, there is no big or little. So from Spirit's perspective, though, they're saying big to us, major to us, life-changing moments, maybe decisions that we might want to relocate. We might want to be looking at our relationships, and that's all relationships, romantic, job relationships, family relationships. This energy of what are you trying to manifest right now? The message I'm hearing from Spirit from these 3 cards, and we're going to get to them individually, but the overall message is, let me get it right. You're being, this is a message for the collective. You are being very specific about what you want to manifest. And it's good for you to be specific about what you want to manifest. But you're also being very specific about how it needs to manifest. And that is not good for you to be very specific about how it needs to manifest. Because now you're doing our job. Your job is to tell us what to create. Our job is to help you create it. So continue to be specific about the things you want, but lighten up on the how it has to show up for you. You can be general about how you would like it to show up. I would like a large amount of money to suddenly be available to me. Great. I would like a large amount of money to suddenly be available to me from Wednesday night's winning numbers. And I want the winning numbers to be 13, 14, 27, 5, and 6. Not so great. Way too specific. Way too specific. So can we lighten up on the how it gets to come to us? You can say the lottery, but maybe not so specific on exactly which game and exactly which numbers and exactly the amount. Can you be a little more looser about how it's going to come to you? And when you can do that, then I'm getting, watch out, your manifestations are coming to you. Wheel of Fortune is the first card I get, which is recognizing where you are in the cycle of life. Maybe you're in an ebb and you've been asking for a flow. This is Spirit saying, stay the course. It's all part of the cycle. If you're in an ebb, that doesn't mean you're there forever. You're only there for as long as you decide to be there. The flow is coming. Let the flow in. So that's first reminding you of the cycle, not giving up just because you might be in an undesirable part of the cycle, but allowing yourself to move through the cycle so you can get back to the top side, back to where things are the way you want them to be. Wheel of Fortune, another thing about the Wheel of Fortune is it's literally called the Wheel of Fortune, you guys. This card comes up when Spirit is like, I don't know how else to tell you. You keep saying things like this don't happen for you. And I keep telling you anything is possible, and you keep not listening. And the message right now is, I'm not going to abandon you. Spirit is going to tell us if it's the last thing they tell us on our deathbed, Spirit is going to continue to tell us we get to have anything we want. We get to have anything we want. And the only thing keeping you from having anything you want is your belief that this card, the Wheel of Fortune, does not apply to you. And there are people sitting here listening to this right now live, and there will be people listening to this recording. Spirit is telling me right now, who will hear this card, who will hear this message, who will hear the message of fortune is shining on you, and he will say, no, it isn't. Have you seen my life? Tell that to the bill collectors. Tell that to my partner. Tell that to my job who just turned me down for a promotion. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. This doesn't apply to me. That must be for the rest of the group. Did I just not fucking say, receive, be open? Every time you say that's not me and that message is not for me, Spirit says, all right, shit, now we got to find another way to tell them the same damn thing, which is this message is for everyone. You are not the only human walking this planet who gets to exclude yourself from messages of blessings. You're not that special. Everybody gets blessings. You are not special enough to be the only human to say, nope, not me, I don't get blessings. Everybody gets blessings. The only question is, are you blocking yours? Or are you being receiving, which was our very first message? The Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is smiling on all of us at this time. How can we get closer to understanding that? Judgment card. We can release self-judgment. We can release those stories that we have been telling ourselves that have been holding us back, some of us our entire life. And if we don't know how to release them, we can make it our mission to figure out how to release them. We cannot give up on this path of manifestation. If we don't understand how to get out of our own way, then we make it our mission to understand how to get out of our own way. Spirit, everybody else is doing this manifesting stuff. I can't figure it out, but I know one thing. I'm not going to go to my grave without at least trying to figure it out. Even if I never get the millions, even if I never get the partner, even if I never get the fulfilling job, I'm still going to keep trying to figure it out. So next time I come in, maybe I don't have so much work to do. Whatever it is you say to yourself, you need to release that self-judgment. You need to stop holding yourself in negative headspace about what has and has not happened for you yet in your life. Can you release those negative thought patterns? Can you release regret, shame, any self-judgment you have about not receiving or not being where you thought you would be at this point in this time in your life? Can you release all of that? Because that's what Spirit's asking us to do. I do want to see what ghost this particular one is, especially since it seems to have some Egyptian theme. Judgment, card number 20. Let's see what the ghost for that one is. Must be set. Judgment of the dead. In ancient Egypt, the souls of the newly deceased were led to the Hall of Two Truths. There the heart was weighed against a feather of Mayat, representing truth and virtue. If the feather wasn't heavier than the heart, the individual was granted passage to the throne of Osiris and onto the field of reeds. If the scale tipped in the feather's favor, the beautiful creature Amut devoured the heart. The beastly creature, not beautiful, the beastly creature devoured the heart. The scale is symbolic of judgment. The central figure stands in a position of evaluation. It is a time of venturing into the deeper stratospheres of the psyche where truth can be seen. I'll tell you what's in the deep stratosphere of your psyche where the true truth resides. None of that bullshit you've been telling yourself for most of your life, because none of that bullshit can get into where that true truth resides. That true inner truth, true inner wisdom is that inner cheerleader that you often don't give the microphone to. The one that says everything is going great. The one that says nothing was a mistake in your life. Everything was just an experience. You only decided to label it as a mistake and then lived your whole life in reflection of that mistake. But nothing is a mistake. Inner truth is so empowering. Can you release all self-judgment and allow yourself to enter into those innermost chambers in your psyche where true truth resides? The divinatory meaning. This card suggests a portal to higher consciousness and awareness. There are consequences for actions, so take care to listen to your inner voice and follow your heart when confronting decisions that will have lasting impacts. Judgment, releasing of judgment. And then the last card, the one that I said, is if we can get out of our own way, all of the manifestations. This is a really good card for manifestations, is the Emperor. Masculine, divine masculine energy. We started out with divine feminine, saying receive, open, and we end with divine masculine, the Emperor. But this particular divine masculine, the Emperor, represents mastery over tangible, physical, earth energies. So it's very much a manifester here in the tangible world, here in what we consider our real life. If you need spiritual enlightenment, you would go to the magician, the spiritual father figure. If you need a Porsche by Thursday, you would go to the Emperor. Help me manifest this real life tangible thing in my 3D world. So whatever you are trying to bring into actual manifestation, not spiritual manifestation, there is a difference. Both are very valuable. The Emperor is with us this week. So what have you been asking for in your actual life, physically manifest, to be physically manifested? It's getting a yes, but it's also getting a very clear path on how to get there. These are weekly drawings, y'all. Next week, I might pull something else. So when I pull this weekly drawing, this is saying this week is good for you to manifest. This week, what do you want to manifest this week? And here's the path to get there. Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Judgment. That's the path to get to the manifestation we've been asking for. 4, the Emperor. Let's see what ghost this is. Dragon ghost gods. I was interested in that. It looked like a dragon. Dragon ghost gods. Oh, this is a Hawaiian god. Ancient Hawaiians referred to dragon ghost gods as Mo'o, M-O-O. These mystical water-dwelling creatures were thought to possess great powers and shape-shifting abilities. As dragon ghost gods spread across the island chain, sorcerers and priests provided offerings to appease them. The dragon rises from a magical pool. Its colors and patterns suggest a connection with the environment and its ability to shapeshift at will. The rich, fertile scene is a reminder to respect the environment and the creatures that inhabit it. Imagine if you had a dragon god. I just started doing dragon magic a couple of months ago, so I'm all about this card. A dragon god who was also a shapeshifter and also represents the Emperor by your side, asking you, hey, what are we going to manifest this week? What do we want to do this week? Because that's what you have. You have this energy at your disposal this week, saying, I'm ready, you ready? Let's go. So what do you want to manifest? Dragon ghost gods, I love that. Let's see. Anything else from this card? Nope, not getting anything else from this card, from this spread. Feels like a very clear, clean path to how do we get to the things that we've been asking for. Those are the steps. If you need additional insight on your particular path, y'all know I'm always available to do one-on-one tarot readings, oracle readings, or just psychic insight. Hit me up for a one-on-one if you needed more additional information. I'm pretty sure Jacqueline has dropped that over in chat a couple of times, one-on-one bookings for me, but also know that you can take advantage of Tuesday bookings, which are individual readings in a group setting, only $25 every Tuesday, only 5 slots. So make sure if you're wanting to book a slot for tomorrow that you get in and you book it early, because there's only 5 spaces. That allows me to do those individual readings in a group setting within an hour's time. The next deck we're moving to Oracle cards. Let me see for a minute. Let me pause for a minute. Spirit, is there anything I need to address directly before we move out of Tarot? I am getting that there's something in the collective that would benefit from a more direct answer. So hopefully we get there just by me intuitively pulling the Oracle cards that are needed. But you can always put your question, if you have something that you just really, really feel is pressing on you, go ahead and put it over in chat or send it to me by direct message. I try to keep an eye on those, but it's kind of hard doing everything and all the moving pieces. But here's what I know. If I'm supposed to see it, Spirit will make sure I see it. So go ahead and put it over there in chat if you feel called to do so. Moving on to Oracle, we're going to go to Mystical Shaman Oracle. So we talked about Ghost giving us some insight. Let's see what our ancestors and shamans can give us. The Rainmaker, card number 42. The Rainmaker. Make it rain. Make it rain. That's what I'm thinking when we say, I want to manifestation. Spirit is like, I'm about to make it rain. All right. 42. The essence, let me go back to this, how this book, I always forget. The essence is the message for you. The invitation is something you can do in this moment. And the medicine is the area of your life that could use some additional attention. So the essence of this card is the message for you. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation. Of course, that's the card I pull. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty, and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heaven, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. Here's the invitation. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Just like the Rainmaker does. That rain is already in the air, maybe not in the form that it needs to be in order to fall down as rain, but it's already there. The Rainmaker is not conjuring something from the cosmos, it's working with the elements that are already present. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or what could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. All right, I need y'all to listen real carefully for this next part, because if Spirit didn't just come full circle and tap me personally on the shoulder, I'm listening, but let me tell the people too, it's not just my reading. Thank you. Let me tell y'all too, y'all remember this card, the Wheel of Fortune? Y'all remember how I got on my soapbox and talked about how everybody has these blessings and everybody has, listen to this next statement. I don't pull from this deck often enough to have rigged this. I did not rig this. Spirit rigged this. Do not hold back. This is the master of manifestation. The very first sentence, how this person, this archetype introduced themselves. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation. The Rainmaker is asking you to co-create something this week and saying, do not hold back. Big dreams, exact things. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. Why? Because the wheel of fortune, it's all going to come up. I hear Ice Cube saying 7, 7, 11, 70. Y'all know that rap 7-Eleven when he's playing dice and it's today was a good day. It's that one, Ice Cube. And he talks about every roll of the dice was either 7 or 11. He won at craps. He won the game. Spirit is like, you got Ice Cube energy right now. Put your chips on the next roll of the divine dice because it's all going to come up for you. You got this card and you got the Wheel of Fortune. And Spirit is saying, and some of y'all still ain't listening. And some of y'all still ain't listening. It might be me. I'm hard-headed. I'll admit it. Some of us still aren't, let me say us. Some of us still aren't listening because we're still saying, yeah, but man, I've been asking for that thing for 5 years and you ain't never come through for me yet, Spirit. So you think I'm just going to sit down to a Monday card pool and all of a sudden that thing is going to come true? And Spirit says, not for you because of your funky attitude. You want to switch your attitude? Because I'm telling you, if you can get into the good graces of the things happen for me frequency, it will happen for you. I don't know what you've been doing for the last 5 years. I don't care what you've been doing for the last 5 years. But today, Spirit is telling us, if you want that to change, now would be a good week to try it out. Now would be a good week to at least move a little bit further towards it instead of away from it, like we have been doing. Y'all, these are powerful cards. Shaman Oracle. I really like that card. Okay, let me see where I'm at because I'm getting all wrapped up in this. This sounds good. I'm ready to go with my manifestations. I'm about to pull out my magic notebook. I have a notebook that I write manifestations in. And I've started calling it my magic notebook because recently whatever I put in that notebook has come pretty close to coming true. Maybe y'all need y'all manifestation notebook. So let's make some magic happen. I mean, magical Monday manifestations. Maybe write down what you want. Maybe make sure you are clear so that when it comes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the universe is like, all right, do I have all the orders in for the week? And it looks down and it says, okay, Amy, it looks like you scribbled something in crayon. I don't even know what the hell this is. Nicole, oh yeah, I see this. This one looks okay. I think I understand what you're saying. We'll try to get to work on this one and hands it off to your spirit guides. Linnea, oh man, I could do this. Done, because it's so clear. I know exactly what you want, Linnea. I don't have to interpret this. There's no confusion in your wording. Done. And Spirit snaps a finger and it's yours. Where are you in your messages to Spirit? Are you still scribbling ineligibly in crayon because you don't believe in your own power to create? Or are you being very, very clear with what you want so that the universe can say, done? Let's see. So we went to ghosts and spirits. We've gone to the oracle. Now let's go to angels. The 22 archangels. Kyle Gray's deck. 22 archangels. I was going to pull one card, and I got 2 cards. Oh, and these 2 cards match. I don't know if these are a couple. I won't know until I actually read the book, but they look like a couple. I got Gabrielle first, and then I pulled Raziel. Gabrielle, divine emergence. Her quote is, it's time to be seen. Oh, don't be afraid of your power and gifts. Raziel, the inner workings, and his quote is, There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Let me go to Gabrielle first. I usually only pull one card, so I'm interested to see how these two cards get along together. Gabrielle, sometimes Gabrielle, strength of God. Ooh. It's the archangel who appeared to Mother Mary and announced the coming birth of Jesus Christ. When she revealed herself, her message was clear. Do not be afraid, for I am an angel of God. In those times, spiritual gifts and encounters were revered mainly for men in positions of power, such as priests or rabbis. So Gabrielle was reassuring Mary. She is the angel of ultimate girl power and the one who helps us trust in our gifts. The divine counterpart of hope, she is considered to be the angel of mothers and good news because of her connection with Mary. So we've got an angel giving us good news who is the epitome of girl power, i.e. divine feminine energy, i.e. we started with the Queen of Wands saying, this is how I want you to start your week out. Get yourself firmly situated in the receiving mode, in the divine feminine energy. And then we have this divine angel, archangel, saying, she is the bearer of good news. How many different ways does Spirit need to say, this is your week? Don't hold back. Ask big. This is your week. You are blessed to receive this card today. This is the message part, for it brings good news and energy to your world. You may have found yourself in retreat, hidden from this world, or only revealing certain aspects of yourself and your gifts because your past experiences have left you feeling vulnerable and exposed. Anybody kind of sorted? Well, I'm intuitive. I think I believe in magic, knowing full well you're a whole goddamn witch. But when you talk to other people, I'm intuitive. Yeah, maybe. Have you held yourself back from revealing who you truly are because of your past experiences, because you felt vulnerable or exposed? Do what you need to do to feel safe, but ask yourself, is this safety or is this fear? Gabrielle is here to help you move into a newfound space of love and trust. The world is ready for you, and it needs you in all of your glory. Angels are here now to remind you that the worst is over and things can only get better and better for you. Who needed that message? I need to see some hands in the air, some hearts in chat. I needed that message. Angels are here now to remind you that the worst is over and things can only get better and better for you. If you feel any resistance to emerging, either internally or from outer sources, know that this is only the final hurdle to clear before your ascent into greatness. Any resistance is really just an opportunity to demonstrate how ready you are for the next phase of your life. You were born to own your power. Do not be afraid. We've got do not be afraid. We've got ask big. We've got everything is coming up. Wheel of Fortune for you. We've got the master of manifestations in our reading today. And some of y'all are still saying, I don't know. I don't know if this message is for me. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know. I got last time I sat with the psychic, they said I had my therapist says I still have a lot of work. My mother says I'm not ready for, okay, how many stories are you going to tell yourself that's keeping you blocked from these messages that are saying right now, right here, it's ready? Second card, Raziel, the inner workings. Raziel's name means secrets of God. So we have strength of God and now secrets of God. And he is the angel who governs all the sacred laws and workings of the universe. This incredible angelic being is dedicated to those who want to live with purpose and leave a legacy of healing on the earth. That's me. If you are someone who feels that there are unseen spiritual laws governing your life, or if you want to have a deeper, more powerful understanding of God, the universe, and all things spiritual, Raziel is the angelic guide who can help you make that deep soul dive. So many of you, in order to trust your manifestation or to even trust your purpose or what you are trying to manifest, y'all need this. You need to understand that my wants and desires are connected to something. When I am fully funded, then I can fully give to the world. When I'm in survival mode, I cannot give myself fully to the world because I don't feel like my cup is full. And many of us find ourselves in that exact position. So when we feel like we need the spiritual connection as well as the manifesting things to come into our life, that's why we're getting both of these things. Spirit saying, I got you, and Spirit saying, and I'm going to show you how this is all spiritually connected and governed by spiritual and universal laws. Let's work with these laws. Your spiritual gifts and talents are beginning to blossom, but in order for your life to come into greater alignment, it's important for you to dig beneath the surface. This is a time to uncover truths, knowledge, and anything else that is being hidden from sight, including your own life. Angels want you to understand that spiritual work isn't just about learning or reading. It's also a deep internal excavation where you begin to see all that you have faced, learned, and overcome is part of a greater unfolding that allows you to live with meaning and purpose. This isn't a time for you to hold back. What? This isn't a time for you to hold back. Lean into your gifts with confidence, knowing that they are taking you towards an even more aligned experience on earth. If you are feeling any resistance at this time, send Valorie an email so she can send you a pep talk. If you are feeling any resistance at this time, it shows that you want to make a difference and are concerned about doing things right. People who don't have resistance, that's not true. It's the people who ask the questions continually. Am I walking in my purpose? Have I discovered my purpose? Am I doing good for others as well as for myself? Those are the ones we don't have to worry about because they're asking the questions. They're asking the right questions. So this is saying if you're feeling any resistance at this time, that is showing you that you are one of the people that wants to make a difference and that you're concerned about doing things right. This awareness is what will lead you to greater knowledge and the expression of the talents that will help you heal others. Powerful angels, Gabrielle and Raziel. Maybe you want to get to know them a little bit better, do some additional reading, sit in prayer, ask them to come sit with you, to tell them about themselves. But these angels are here to help us, are here to guide us, to show us that, yes, you can have what you want, and here's how to get it. All right, let's see. Oh, someone asked to see the cover. They want to get one. Kyle Gray, the 22 Archangels Oracle. It's orangey. All right, let's see. Case, K-A-Y-C-E, case. You're going to receive a one-card pull when I get to that part. So, Jacqueline, if you can remind me that. I did see your question over in chat, and you're going to receive a one-card pull to see if we can get some additional wisdom, guidance on that. 1144. Let's see. Is this the deck? This is not the deck. That's the deck I want to go to because it's October and I have a deck named Witch's Wisdom, but that is not the deck I'm being directed to go to. So maybe I'll do that one as a personal pull later. The deck I'm being directed to go to is Spellcasting Oracle cards. Kind of still the witchy theme. Cool background. I love the back of the cards. All right, Spirit. Whoa. I said, all right, Spirit, and a card jumped out. I couldn't even finish my question. The question was, what do we need to know today? And a card jumped out. Very reminiscent of the Tarot card, Justice. This is an Oracle deck card, Justice. a lady holding scales of balance. And we had the scales of balance in that other card too. The tarot card talking about, that was judgment, but it had the scales of balance in it. Interesting how many times these scales are coming up. And we're in what? Libra season. I think we're still in Libra season. Not still in, but yeah, we're still in Libra season. So interesting how many times these scales are coming up. Justice. Do I know my alphabet? H-I-J. I don't see J. There we go. All right, justice. Let's see. Remember always that the universe supports those who stand in their truth and integrity. Anything else we need to know? This statement is standing out. It keeps jumping off the page for me. So I feel like this statement might be a direct message to someone in the crowd, but not to all of us. And it says, decisions have been left unmade and there's time to renegotiate. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. Decisions have been left unmade and there's time to renegotiate. The magical meaning of this card, let's see. Justice will prevail. A surprise makes up for something lost. Some of the magical meanings, these are just key phrases. A decision goes in your favor. There's not a lot from the book, which is why I don't often read from this particular deck, that resonates, but from the card itself, I'm getting a lot of resonance just from the image. That full moon, full moons represent full manifestations, completion, end of cycles, and just the idea that justice prevails, the idea that things are coming back into balance for a lot of us. So give it time. Imagine that somebody just plunked something on one of those scales, and that that they put it on there and then they did this. So it's going to take time for those scales to kind of find their own natural balance. And that's what I'm hearing from Spirit right now. Give it time. Everything is coming back into balance after whatever the hell the eclipse did for all of us, those energies. Give it time to fall back into balance. All right. Spirit, any additional messages before we move on to one card pulls? I'm hearing a voice in my spirit guide's voice, so it's probably a message for me, but they want me to share this with the group. The idea, it came through in a sassy voice, and so I'm pretty sure that's one of my guides. They said, I told you once, but I'm going to tell you again, this is your week to manifest. I don't know how many ways I can say it before you actually take it to heart. Definitely one of my guides, but definitely something the entire group needs to hear. And the additional thing that I'm hearing is make it real. Don't just sit and think about it. Make it real. Are you going to journal about it? Are you going to figure out if there's an action step that you can actually take that feels like inspired action? Because Spirit is asking us to make it real. Okay. Oh, yay, Pam. I'm just reading. Okay, let's jump in with the one card pulls. I'm going to go with Pace first. Nicole, did you have a question, comment? Or you wanted the one card pull? Pick me? Okay, cool. I'm seeing a lot of comments over in chat about weight loss. The only message that I'm hearing, and this is a collective message, not a specific message, get comfortable where you are before you ask for change, which means if you are approaching weight loss, and I'm guilty of this, 100% guilty of this. I'm in the process of shifting. So I am not excluded from this next statement. If you are approaching weight loss or any method of body improvement, whether it's I just want to be able to walk a mile without getting winded, or actual weight loss, anything that has to do with your body, if you are approaching it by saying, I hate the way I look, I need to lose weight. I'm so fat, I need to lose weight. I'm so out of shape, I need to get in shape. If the first thing out of your mouth is condemnation or talking badly to yourself or your body, your cells hear that shit. I don't know if y'all know this, but your cells hear that shit and then internalize that shit. And so if every time you look in the mirror, you're telling yourself how you hate your body, and then once you're gotten up and you're showered and you're moving into the day, you ask your body to do something nice, like let go of 10 pounds for you. You see how that's a push-pull, and that's a really hard to get there from there? So Spirit is saying, can you love where you are before you ask for an improvement to your current situation? Not can you say, oh, it's great that I'm overweight and that I can't do the things I want, but can you say, thank you, body, for getting me this far? Now let's do some things so we can stay around a little bit longer. Now let's do some things to improve upon where we are. Thank you, body. Thank you for waking me up every day, body. Thank you for me still being mobile, even if I can't be mobile in the ways I want to be mobile, but at least I'm still mobile. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now can we do this? Is a such much better approach than, God, I hate the way I look and I would look great if I lose 15 pounds. Can't get there from there. Can't get there from there. All right, Casey. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Swords is our thinking brain, and this card comes up when we are catastrophizing, when we are, this is where we really are, but this is what our mind is doing to us. Are we playing worst case scenario over and over again? Are we bracing ourselves for the worst and asking for the best? Are we creating a prison within our own mind that we could easily let ourselves out to if we could just shift to perspective of spirit, source, God, energy, allow ourselves to see things as they truly are instead of as our mind creates them? If you are experiencing any type of distress, Casey, this is spirit saying, lighten up. You're overthinking it. You're making things worse than it needs to be within your mind. And that's not how I see it. Spirit is saying, this is how I see it. So my suggestion to you, especially around those very real, deeper ideas, answers that you're looking for, how can I view those things in a way that's comforting to allow me to enjoy life actively? It's going to be very important for you to team up with spirit, with source, prayer, God, whatever, and to continually sit in that space of Queen of Wands, receiving, and say, show me how you see it. I've seen it my own way, and when I see it my way, I see that entrapped, this is not going to turn out well. Spirit guides, God, source, dragons, angels, show me how you see it so I can adopt a different way of looking at this situation, so I can have more joy as I move forward. Nicole, the Magician. Nicole got the Magician after we've been talking about manifesting, magical manifestations. Now Spirit is like, magical, Magician, stop playing small. Stop asking for everyday manifestations and start asking for magical things that you are now ready. This is Spirit specifically for you. before you weren't ready to fully believe in the magic. We have to believe something is possible before that something can be possible. And Spirit is saying in this moment, you are ready to believe in magic in a way you've never believed in it before. Use that belief at this time to manifest magical fucking things before you back up off it, because you will. You'll go full in and be like, oh my God, everything's magical. And then you'll be like, oh wait, I've got to go to work tomorrow. And you move back from the magic just a little bit because real life. And Spirit is like, but right now, this week, you're going to be in the magic. Use it to manifest magical shit. All right. Salty Tea. What a name. I hope that's a real name. I do not give legal advice, but Spirit will give probability. And I will say there are way too many factors outside of yourself to give accurate legal advice. But let me remind you, we got the Wheel of Fortune. We got the Master of Manifestation. We got a bunch of cards talking about manifest what you want this week. I would say now would be a really good time for you to sit with that idea of what you've asked over in chat and ask, not should I do this thing? That's that narrow, we've got in our mind how it's going to happen, but asking yourself, Spirit, what is the best way to get to what I want? So can you take that specific thing that you've already decided might be the best way out of the mix and just say, what's the best way to get to this end result? Maybe it is what you've suggested. Maybe it's something else, but you can't see the something else because you've got your mind on this one thing. So I pulled two cards. One is if you go forward with it, and one is if you do not go forward with it. I haven't looked at them yet. If you go forward with it, interesting, you'll be walking away from something that feels like unfinished business. And this Eight of Cups does not feel like a good walking away. It feels like you'll be walking away from something that could still use your attention if you go forward with it. If you don't go forward with it, Knight of Wands. Something else will call you into action that is in alignment with your heart, that's in alignment with that fire energy, inspiration, creativity, inner strength, inner wisdom. But a knight is an actionary. So if you don't take the path that you just put over in the chat, this is the I don't do that. This feels like a spirit saying, but this will be available for you instead, because it's still an action card. So something else is still going to be called of you or called through you. It's still an action card. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know the particulars, but those are the two cards. Maybe make sure you write these down and do your own research to see if you get anything intuitively that will lead you to a yes or no for what you might want to do in that particular situation. All right, let's see, how much time do we have? Not much. I hope that helped you, Salty. I'm clear and ready to manifest. It is written in my journal. Anything else I should do? Receive, receive, receive. You're clear. You ask in a physical, tangible way in your journal. What is left for you to do is allow the blessings to come in. Receive, receive, receive. Stop asking. Move into receiving mode. Receive means I trust, I believe, I know the universe is saying yes, and now all I'm doing is looking for evidence of that yes. All I'm doing is looking for evidence of that yes. I'm not looking for evidence of my past life. I'm not looking for any no's. All I'm doing, because I believe the universe when it said yes, is I'm going to spend this week looking for evidence of that yes. That's what's left for you to do. All right. Activation, mini activation. We need to move into the receiving mode, move into the receiving mode, move into the receiving mode. That is what we are going to activate. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, audibly, if you can, let go of any resistance that your body, your brain, your energy might be holding. Oh, let it go. Let go. And now we're going to imagine that we are looking at our heart space, our energetic heart space, and imagine that there is a padlock on your heart right now, blocking all of that Queen of Wands energy. But you have the key in your pocket. Reach in your pocket, take that key out, unlock your heart, hear the metal clanking, hear that padlock popping open. Take the padlock off, remove the lock, feel your heart space opening, bursting open, feel that radiant energy moving out throughout your body. Feel yourself being energized from your heart, and feel that energy radiating outside of you. You are lighting up on the light board that is this universe, and Spirit is looking down and seeing that you have turned on your heart light. It's looking for that glow, and now it's looking for everything else in this universe that is a match to your light, that is a match to your heart. And it is moving all of those things closer to you, closer to you. Everything that you've asked for, your manifestations, all of the love you've been asking for, all of the gifts you've been asking for, all of the joy, all of the happiness. And the only thing you need to do is keep that heart shining bright for this week so that Spirit can find all of the matches and move them closer to you, and so that everything that is a match to you can see you, can feel that heart space radiating, and can link up with it, finding resonance, attraction, moving closer to you. And that is our mission collectively for this week. Despite what goes on in the world around us, can we keep our heart space open and radiating bright so that we can find our matches? Go ahead and take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Open your eyes. Come back to the room. Thank you for those extra couple of minutes of activation. I hope you all are ready to receive the magical manifestations that are headed your way this week. And I hope to see you all back next week. Make sure you're checking out my website and my meetup page for any upcoming events. We've got events tomorrow and events through the rest of the week. So hope to see you. Bye, everyone. Much love to you. Go manifest your love.